Hi, everyone. It's Kim from Affordably Crafty. How's it going, guys? Just finished making my coffee here. Had a bit of a kerfuffle with the machine this morning. You know what a sign is that you need coffee? You forget to put a cup on the bottom, right? So sorry, I'm a little bit flustered and came out a little bit late. Who's here? Let's see. Hi, Holly. Hi, Christy. Good morning. Happy Friday. Hey, Ginger. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. Just waiting for my coffee to finish. That's not on my counter. And then we'll head downstairs. What cup should I use this morning? What do you guys think? Should I use? How about I'm gonna be? Should I be not a morning person? Or should I be a crazy cat lady? What do you guys think? Which cup do you think I should use? Yes, Jess, that will be awesome. Not a techie here. I'll most likely use it in Google Doc. Would that be PDF? I don't know. Let's have a email conversation on that. The biggest one. Yeah, it's awful, Chrissy. Crazy cat lady. Cat. All right. Yeah, Jess, can you message me after it brings you back? Oh yeah, because I'm like chronically horrible at getting places on time. I wanna nope. I don't know how to make these bigger. Hey Samantha. Hello. Hi Dana, welcome in. Just checking to see if I missed anybody else back here. Hi Holly, hi Christy. Yeah, I know I've done that too. Hi Lisa, welcome in. Do I have your email? No. Jess, email me at affordablycrafty@gmail.com. Mine's easy to remember. Right? Hello. Oh, the beautiful machine has stopped, so it's time to fill up, friends. Doing French vanilla. However, one of my favorites is blueberry. And I love when I can find a blueberry brewed coffee, not one of these jazzes. You're gonna start teaching again? Kids went back to school yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Opening that one-handed is challenging. One of my favorite coffees is blueberry, and finding it just brewed is hard, not like a creamer. Well, it's hard to find a blueberry creamer anyways. But I mean like not at my house. And the seasonal flavor right now at Cumberland Farms is blueberry. I'm so excited. It is so yum. I had it 2 days ago for the first time from there, and I was like, oh yes, please. Oh yes, please. I love you. I'm gonna need a second container because it's not gonna fit. Hold on. We'll do Hufflepuff. We'll do Hufflepuff. I know, I'm worrying the cat. Cat's freaked out. Okay, how we doing? I wish that this text box was bigger. By the light of the fridge, you're an iced. Oh, how do I do that? Oh, how do I do that? Hold on. Nope. Text overlay. Nope. Click something that looked promising. I don't know. Okay. I had to figure out why this text is so small. Sorry. I feel like I'm a noob on this sometimes. Okay. You're an iced blueberry girl? Oh, nice. Piano lessons. That's nice. Oh, why is it going back up to the top? Working on StreamYard being annoying. Let's see. Where am I from? I'm from Massachusetts. Where are you from, Samantha? Stuart. Hello. Oh, yeah, frogging stinks. That stinks. I want to hand it open again. There we go. You happy? I've been doing some filming on my kitchen counter, which is not my norm. So the cats have been very excited to lay on my projects. I'm going to do this without burning myself. 1 second, please. Hold. So I'm just going to bring 1 cup down, and then if I need a refill, I'll come and get it. Headed back downstairs. I will catch up on the comments in 1 second when I am sitting. Yeah, I do love me some blueberry coffee, but that's my go-to creamer from Aldi is the French vanilla or the sweet cream with like the natural flavors. It's the worst angle possible. Hold on, guys. There we go. Oh, I left my mug rug upstairs. That's slightly annoying. Ah, spilled a little bit. Okay. What a mess. Oh, God. Nothing like that first sip, right, guys? Okay, what am I sitting on? I'm sitting on my notes for today. Boy. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Going back. No, not me. Size regular, tall, wide, font small. Wide? I don't know what that does. Tall? I don't know what I'm doing there. I gotta figure this out later. Wish I could make that bigger. I'm gonna go down to no comments. 1 second. I think all of them just come through. Oh my goodness. Ginger, I'm gonna need an updated chat about StreamYard because it's driving me up batty today. You're from Maryland. All right, Melinda. Melinda's Schluter. I think I said that right. Samantha Stewart is from Colorado. How old are the cats now? I vaguely remember them being little. So I just had to go back and watch that video series I did on cotton yarn. Because I just finished filming and uploading the Hello Hobby review from Walmart, the new cotton yarn. And I had compared it to the swatches from the review. So if you don't know what I mean, hold please. That's over there in the basket. Of course, it's slightly too far away from me to reach. Which, if you remember this, you are a big fan. This bad boy. This is 21 different cotton yarn swatches with letters on them to signify which one they are. From my cotton yarn investigation playlist, not back to back. I simultaneously reviewed 21 cotton yarns. So they are, I think, 3.5, because when they were in the background of that video, they were like juvenile. They were not full grown yet. You could tell because Twinkle's hair had not gotten long enough yet. I was looking at her going, is that Phibius? I'm like, that's Twinkle. Her hair just hasn't grown in yet. And she was sitting behind me here. But she used to do a lot when she was little. You working on baby dresses, Chrissy? That's awesome. Whoop. Blueberry coffee is really a thing. At least here in New England. I am like really close to Maine. Although I know Maine does a lot of blueberries, and am I thinking of cranberries? Thinking of cranberries. Fun fact, did you know that the Ocean Spray Cranberry headquarters is 2 towns away from me in Lakeville? How cool is that? I used to do tours there before uh the old community shut down, and I wish I had gone before they stopped doing them because that would be really cool. Yes, Holly's on the blueberry coffee train. You're working on vintage granny squares to make a cardigan. Oh, nice, Melinda. What colors are you using and what yarn? Well, Holly is in Illinois. Uh, let's see. I said it awesome, awesomely. I'm glad I'm wicked good at pronouncing names. Um, that's just probably because I watched the Midwestern Mom. The Minnesota Salads is not really a salad lady. I may have messed up her name. So I know her, like, her exaggerated accent, shall we say. You remember? Hi, Ginger, my yarny bestie. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, it gave you the idea to take my binder rings and make swatch rings. Hello. Right? And I did not get rid of this. So, one of the questions I asked in the review, which I might need your help with, guys, is, and I'll probably put a list up of the yarns in my Facebook group this week. If you guys know of or can suggest any cotton yarns that have come out in the past 3 years that I could also review, based, against these guys, I would appreciate the community support to figure out what those are without using the ye old Google. And I know some of these have been discontinued. So what I think I'm going to do after I add in the new yarns is do a tier ranking. I think that would be helpful. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Oh, I didn't email you yet about the DVDs. I apologize. It's been a crazy busy week. The kids went back to school Thursday. I will probably be able to get back around to that next week because I have to go through the DVDs that are in my car and downstairs. So hopefully I can get those out next week. I really apologize. It's been crazy here getting the kids ready for school. Your niece and nephew just got kittens. Oh, I love that. What do they look like? And do they have names yet? Oop. Oh, excuse me. Did a lot of cleaning upstairs yesterday, and the dust has been dusting. So I've been sneezing just a tiny bit. Kittens are fun. I actually just got curtains to replace the curtains in our front big bay window, because they were starting to get a little raggedy. But when I was opening them and looking all the way, because you bunch them up a lot, there was little kitten claw marks in it from when they used to climb the curtains. I was like, oh, so tiny. They're like this big. I was like, oh. I had a moment. I was crying over curtains. It was a thing. Oh, now I'm crying thinking about it. Oh, Lord. Hormones. You're a black coffee with a dash of milk girl? Hmm. The Okay. The my coffee order in college used to be horrendous. It used to be extra, extra sugar and cream. So it's like, give me some sugar and cream, some coffee milk with a dash of coffee in it. And then as I got older, I realized that was ridiculous. And then my normal coffee order was Um, 3 and 3, so 3 sugar, 3 cream. And now at some coffee places, I do 2 and 2, and some coffee places, I do 3 and 2, so 3 sugar, 2 cream, or 2 sugar, 2 cream. It depends on who knows how to measure their sugar or not, and I hate to say that, but if you go to similar coffee establishments frequently, you know what I'm talking about. Jess, we have an Ocean Spray Harvest Center here in Wisconsin, if I remember right. We are the largest cranberry producers. Watch yourself. I live right near the Cape. The Cub Scout camp I go to with the kids is literally right near the Cape. So, really, Wisconsin's the largest cranberry producers? I mean, I suppose you do have a lot more space. Cape is only so big. I would argue the Cape is more recognizable as a cranberry producer than Wisconsin, because I didn't even think of that, and I'm from Massachusetts. Let's see. Does anybody else know that cranberries mostly came from Wisconsin? Is that just me being behind the times? Yarn bee, cinnamon cedar. What kind of yarn bee is that? Because there's a lot of yarn bees. How are the kids doing? We'll get to that in a second. Let me get to the bottom of the chat. You got some Starbucks brown sugar oat milk creamer. It's really good. Oh, you have a casein allergy. Oh, rest in peace, cheese. I could never. I was vegetarian for 5 years. I could never be vegan. I love cheese so much. I'm very sad about that. Is there any cheeses that don't have casein in them? Hmm. Besides that vegan cheese that doesn't melt. You know what I'm talking about. I'm really sorry about that. Ooh, you went to an embroidery workshop yesterday. A new hobby. Oh no. I tell you something though. I just do like I have the first craft I learned how to do was cross stitch. So I always have like one cross stitch project floating in the background. Um I've had a navy blue background with wolves that I've been working on for like a year now. And honestly, this is not anything I expect to complete in a timeline. Wolves are like my spirit animal. Love wolves. There's a really cool wolf sanctuary near Salem, Mass called Wolf Hollow. If anybody's ever out this way, I totally recommend. They do a great job educating and teaching people about the wolves and how they help our environment. It's a really special place. And you get to see the pack and learn about the pack, and it's fun. I don't like going in the summer though, it's too hot, but I actually want to take the kids for the first time. They haven't been there yet. I think we're going to do that this fall. It's only like 45 minutes from me. The problem with thread though is as soon as you see how much yarn's in it, you're like, ooh, not a lot. You'd love to attend an embroidery workshop. I think that'd be fun. I'm interested in learning needlepoint or crewel. Might be teaching myself that this year. You love the pictures of them? I did put up 2 pictures on Facebook. What grade are they in? 1 second, I'm gonna get to the school story. I'm excused. Oh, you were way back with when I sneezed. I'm sorry. Sometimes you do a double. Heavy cream with caramel, chocolate, or vanilla, with a couple spoons of sugar, then a little coffee. I'm not a caramel girly. All of the people in my family do not like caramel. Now, if it's in the middle of like a chocolate truffle, that's fine. But I don't like it in my coffee. I hate it on my ice cream. Didn't sign up for that. I won't buy anything that has caramel in it with ice cream. Ireland is really good at blueberries. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. Please educate me. We may be second, but we have a huge cranberry bogs all across the Warrens, Toma area of the state. Is that near like a water or is it just naturally sandy soil? I love this yarn, very pretty colorway. I've dabbled in cross stitch. Okay. Ooh, I'm almost at the bottom, guys. Oh, it's called I love this print. All right, I like those. Oh no, Sam. I only get vegan cheese. I eat a lot more East Asian food because the flavors don't rely on dairy. I went to Taiwan this summer. The food was great. Well, that's awesome. Jess, when I look at embroidery thread, I immediately think I can do that with sock yarn, cone yarn, and dye it, or thin cotton that is equivalent to floss or embroidery wool. Dude, I would love to see and hear how that freaking comes out. Ooh, or lace weight yarn would work really well as long as it's not a fragile, like, um, what am I thinking of? Like a fragile type of yarn or too fluffy, but that's a really great idea, Jess. Hmm. Another thing to try with my stash. Yes, please. Love that. I want to know more about that if you actually do it. Please share on the Facebook group. So funny story about cheese, Asian food. And I'm gonna once I talk about the kids getting back to school and last night, I'm gonna get going on some sales here for you guys and some cool stuff I found. Um there Skylar had worked on the cooking merit badge for Scouts. So she's at the age at Scouts where she's with the older kids. So now she's starting on merit badges. Um, she has a merit badge poster that I bought for her next to her bed, and she is outlining the ones that she's completed and the one that she's partially completed. And she is so cute. She has a board, which I did help her with this. I got a second poster and cut out all the pictures of the badges. And she has a board with like one she's working on at home, her upcoming like dates or sessions she's doing, whether in person or virtual. And then around the border, she's got her partials and her completed that she's waiting to get at the next court of honor. She's a cutie pie. Anyways, this relates to the story. So she decided for her first cooking day that she was going to do from scratch Asian food. I know that's like a huge swath of stuff. Now, here's the problem. One of the requirements was to have a dairy. She wanted to find something Asian dairy, and I didn't take it to a specialty like Asian market, which I should have because there's a big one in Providence that they have near New York too. Total total zero there. We could not find anything. Sam, do you know of any like cheese or whatever that would be considered like, and I know that's a swath of a lot of stuff. I was like, "Oh, Indian. Just go Indian, Southeast Asian, you know?" But she didn't want to do that. She wanted it to be like, you know. Hold on. Oh, bye, Lisa. Have a wonderful sleep. Catch you next week around the replay. Okay, so Lawrence Thompson is near Wisconsin Dells. Oh, is Wisconsin Dells? Why am I that's not the water park in Bill and Ted. That's a different one. Is there a big water park there in Wisconsin Dells? It's sandy soil and they make man-made bogs that go for miles. Oh, interesting. Thank you for that good information. Oh, thanks. Skylar's very proud of herself, and I'm proud of her as always. I'm proud of both of my kids. Let's see. Oh, Jess has actually done the embroidery with different kinds of yarns. Works fine. I actually like it better than floss because I can use something with a little different texture if I want. Why have I never thought of this? Dude, that's awesome. Dude, Jess, if you have photos, please share. Love that. It is really valuable life skills. She definitely learned the first time. Maybe next time I will not make everything and breakfast, lunch, and dinner from scratch because she didn't sit down the whole day and we had dinner at 11 o'clock at night. Love you. Oh, that's funny. Soy equals East Asian dairy. Yeah, soy is pretty prevalent. Is coconut milk an Asian sort of dairy thing? So we did crack open a coconut and it was disgusting because apparently the coconut we bought, which looked fine on the inside, was rancid. It was so bad. So bad. So bad. Wisconsin Dells is full of water parks. See, it was up here in my file. Tofu, fermented tofu, soy milk, and tofu skins. Tofu skins. What is that? It used to be the water park capital of the US. Ah, cool. Hello, hello, welcome in. If you just come in or if you have forgotten, please hit the thumbs up so people know we're here. I appreciate that. We'll share photos of one that I know I can find. I cannot wait to see the embroidery with the yarn you've come up with. The Chinese traditionally associated milk with barbarians. Interesting. LOL, I just call it 11sies. We having our second breakfast? Where did that come from? Hello. You're following me in an unusual journey. Tofu. And this is why we use canned coconut. Yeah. I know. We did have to have a little. I have unsweetened coconut because I put it in like oatmeal and cream of wheat and stuff. And then what I did is next time I went over to my mom's house because she always used sweetened coconut, I took a little bit and had the kids taste it versus the unsweetened coconut. And then we did coconut water and coconut milk so they knew what it was supposed to taste like. I didn't want them turned off from coconut for the rest of their lives. Oh, 11Z's dinner at 11. Ha ha ha. Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. That's funny. So a lot of times on Sunday, we have a late breakfast. And so my son, like last year, I started calling Sunday dinner Linner because it was like lunch and dinner together. I think that's because sometimes I call Sunday morning brunch, even though it's like not really fancy like that. It's just we all decided to sleep in and get up late. And so he started calling it Linner, which is, I love him for that, along with a lot of other reasons. Hey, Ginger, you still hanging out? Hi. Oh God, one time Veronica shook a coconut at the store that was rancid and it squirted out in the store. I was so stinky until I get home and change. Dude, she was outside in the snow because this first cooking day was when we were home from the blizzard for a week and 4 days or 5 days, I can't remember, with a hammer and a freaking screwdriver. Her middle name is not Grace, much like mine. And I was like, please don't stab yourself. I can't get out of this driveway to go bring you anywhere. Because we was still snowed in, kind of. It was horrible. I mean, we were able to get out to the grocery store, but I used Steve's car, which is a Jeep. My minivan was not going anywhere still. I love Tolkien. He's the best. Yeah, that's disgusting. Luckily, it didn't like squirt all over her, but there was definitely problems with it. Let's just say we all voted it negative 100. Negative 100, possibly lethal. Ah, it stinks, Ginger. Blech. Oh, okay. Oh, that's some. Okay. Your mom got her name Mimi because my niece couldn't say Mary. Okay, so my best friend, her niece, oh, sorry, her nephew, who now is, geez, how old did he just turn? I think he just turned 20. Ooh, I feel old. Um, her nephew could not say auntie, and so she is now called Titi, which my kids call her, because chosen family is like the awesomest, right? Um, and then her niece called her TT, who is 3 years younger than her brother, and it just kind of stuck, which is super awesome. Yeah, that's really who. Did she get it on herself too, or is it all just on you? Yeah, look. How does it compare to rotten potatoes or onions? Not as bad as onions, but similarly awful as potatoes. I mean, the only good thing is it didn't have like live things inside, which I was like really thinking was a possibility once it was that bad, but nope, it did not. I consider most of my friends extended family. Oh, that's nice. Ripe banana. What? Like a banana that's ready for banana bread or like a banana that's totally yellow? I need to know more. Do you have a vendetta against bananas? If so, I have a funny story for you. It wasn't a decimal. It has a very putrid yet sour. Yeah. Yeah. I am not going to be reading that because I'll be getting the yaks. As in like the who. Not as in like I just read that Sam wrote the word yak. Just the right banana. Okay. So, um, so at camp, the camp we go to, there's 3 camps, the older kids scout camp. And the camp we stay in has 6 mascots. Um, a beaver, a moose, banana, and there's a couple other ones. So this is about banana. So there's a banana on a beach with a beaver and a moose on like their shirt. This one of their shirts, and they have songs about bananas. And I had found patches last year on clearance at Michael's that were bananas that are like this big. I can maybe show you guys next week, or if I have to go upstairs for my second coffee, I'll grab it. And I just put a little loop on it. I sewed it on, and yeah, it's like, did somebody say banana? Did you say banana? And then it's like, I don't want to get it wrong. I gotta get Skylar to sing it for you guys. It's funny. There's different cheers and shouts and whatever. Which movie? What movie are we talking about? About me? No, I don't want to do that. Well, compost is supposed to do its thing and turn into soil gold, so it's got a reason to smell like that. It's a process. You're crocheting a pumpkin. Woohoo! What movie are we talking about? Hi, Jess. Meet the parents. Meet the parents. I've never seen that. How old is that? It's like Ben Stiller in that, or am I thinking of a different movie? Should we discuss whips? Are you trying to move me along? I'm sorry, am I side questing? Apologize. All right, let's get back on track with the yarn world. Oh wait, I didn't talk about the kids yet. Number one, did anybody who was in the correct location watch the lunar eclipse last night? Anybody watch the lunar eclipse last night? Hi, Barbara. Welcome in. Um, Robert De Niro. I didn't know Robert De Niro was in that movie. Yep, ours is doing it. What was that? Ooh, you smelled it from in the house? Ooh, that sucks. Oh, yeah, Ben Stiller is in it. See, I knew something. That's okay, Jess. It rained. That is the biggest bummer of all time. Yeah, we were like this watching the forecast this week, going, come on, let's not rain or have cloud cover. You're just getting over the solar eclipse. Oh, did you guys have a really good view in Ireland of the solar eclipse that was on Wednesday, the week I was at camp? We only had like a 16 or 20% where we were in Rhode Island. But I bought solar eclipse glasses. I left a pair here for Stephen and my mom, Grammy. Brought 4 pairs with me, and I gave 1 pair to the Weeblos camp, which is 4th and 5th graders. So they all got to look and share. We had a nice safety moment about not looking into the sun, friends. And then the girls in the troop and a couple of the boys were able to pass the eclipse glasses around and see. It's pretty cool. You've seen 2 total solar eclipses, Sam? That's awesome. We were not in the path of totality for the one a couple of years ago, but we were at like, I want to say it was like 95% or something nuts like that. I was not into driving to Vermont, no offense. The traffic was horrendous. One of my friends went from Scouts and he says he sat in traffic for literally 7 hours trying to get back home after. Honestly, isn't that when you just do a little car camping and you go, it's better to take a nap or just chill and deal with that? It's okay. It was okay. Meet the Parents. Then part 2 was Meet the Fockers. Fockers. Some had better views than others, and I wasn't organized on glasses. Oh, that sucks. I think I got like a pack of 5 for like $9 on Amazon. Hello, Mel from Prince Edward Island, Canada. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's been on my bucket list to go visit there. I hate to say, but it's just because of Anna Green Gables. I was into that when I was younger. My middle name is Anne. Used to be pissed there wasn't an E. There's going to be a third with Ariana Grande, a third Wicked movie or something different. Why am I missing a side conversation here? Hi, Canada. Hi from Ireland. We like your work. Okay. You can take it or leave it. Oh no, I've always been like what's going on in the night sky? What's going on in the day sky? We're always like comparing like sunset colors. I've been thinking about doing one of those sunset I've only seen a couple people do it, but like where they kind of track the sunset color um for like a year or a season. Been thinking about maybe doing something like that, but maybe not in crochet form, maybe something like needlepoint or something. I don't know. Just an idea I have. Hello, hello. Oh, a third Meet the Parents. Oh, you went to the Texas Visitor Center for this eclipse or for the one a couple years ago? Sam. When we went to in Rhode Island, there's a national park. It's like the smallest national park. For Roger Williams, they had these weird. It was on a card, and you had to hold it up, but it was a card. I had brought my own glasses. It's like you can give these to someone else. I don't need these. Hello, welcome in from Maryland. Oop, I thought there's already a little one called, oh, sorry, third one called Little, that name, and they had a baby. Tracking the sun would be more interesting than tracking the weather. Yeah, haven't watched any. You had to oh, hello, peeps from Arizona. You had to install the app to chat. YouTube is crazy. I know YouTube's kind of weird sometimes. We should discuss yarn. I'm sorry, Crafty. Um, side quest. I'll show you guys what I'm working on. So I just finished up a hat, which actually is outside, so I can't grab that. But it is using. I started a scarf. I'm starting to work on my projects for. Going good, Mama Susu. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Shatika. Welcome in. If you're just coming in, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And let me know where you're from. My squirrel's just as sweet as anybody. So it's using this discontinued yarn, which is Premier Serenity, chunky. Well, this colorway is discontinued in the color golden. I have not used 100% cashmere. I know I felt it before at like a local yarn store, but I don't have any in stash. I'm not made of gold coins. But if I found it at a thrift store, I would totally try it. Sorry. Right? So this is it. This is one of the premier chunkies that I got ages ago at Dollar Tree where I said, yeah, I'll buy the whole box. Thanks. I was that person. Exactly. Thrift it. So I'm starting to work on my holiday makes, and a bunch of people have been requesting this year a matching hat, scarf, and mitten set. So that's what I'm starting to work on. And I just made a my mom doesn't like beanies, so like a hat with like an upturned brim, a winter hat with just single crochet, and it worked up really good. Um, if I go back upstairs, I will try and get that. Not try and get it. I know where it is. Let's see. You haven't worked with Chunky for a while? You just finished a pig amigurumi in Chunky. Okay. I use Chunky yarn quite a lot. You don't have any of it though. Wonder if Claire has some cashmere up on her site. Claire sells vintage thrifted yarn, high-end yarn on her website. I don't think Claire's here because she's from California. I'll see if I can share out her link on the Facebook group and maybe below here or pin it when she's awake or whatever. I'll talk to her about it. So yeah, so there's this. That could be a fun conversation. Maybe I'll ask her if she could possibly join me on a live. No stress if you're watching this on the replay. Your main weights between DK or Aaron in the European system. So this is what I'm using, and I went into my Stitch dictionary, one of my Stitch dictionaries. Don't I definitely have more than one, Kim? One of my Stitch dictionaries, and I was like, let's pick something that could be interesting, worked up, and chunky that you wouldn't really normally think of. So I am actually so stoked about how this looks. Probably going to do a little tutorial on it. I did not expect this to look like this. See if you can guess what stitch I used. Any guesses? It did not stay perfectly aligned the whole time, guys, but for a while here it did, and then up here it kind of stopped, but doesn't that look cool? Isn't it so pretty? Let's see. I want you guys to guess what stitch I used. Words are hard. If you see me out of context, you will not recognize me. Listen, if I make it on the other side of the pond, you're going to recognize me because I'm going to contact you to see you in person. Fun fact, Ireland is the only European country I've been to. But it was in high school. I went with the band. Not a marching band. Bean stitch, says Melinda. Puffs, says Bubby. Popcorn. Thank you for the compliments. I am like so stoked with how it's coming out. V's and scallops. Bobble stitch. No, it's not yellow and orange. It's yellow. Oh, wait, there is little bits of orange in it. Never mind. Call me a kidder. I thought you meant the main colors. Yes, there is little pops of orange in the yellow. Bobble or popcorn? When was I here? 1995 or 96? I think it was 1995. It's on my bucket list. Possibly with the kiddos when they're older. What is going on here? Oh, it's attached to the yarn yet. Doi. You know, my husband's last name is Barry. I'm French, Irish, and Italian. I would love to come back. What, like, general area are you in Ireland? You don't need to give me specifics, just general area. It is. I love it. It's amazing whatever stitch it is. Thanks, Jess. Can you believe that this is the ripple stitch? I don't think anybody was going to guess that. This is the ripple stitch. Is that crazy? Look at how textured that is. It's Oh my God. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Welcome in. I'm so happy you stopped by. So happy. Jen, I hope that everything works out as it should be with your home and that everybody has healing, positive thoughts and energy coming to them so that everybody can stay safe and positive minded and it all works out as it should be. And watching you go to the premiere warehouse and the meetup was just such a blessing and so light filled. And I really appreciate that you shared it with everybody. I wish I would have been able to go, but it is a 12.5 hour drive for me, and getting a plane ticket was definitely not in the budget, especially on such short notice. But if they're doing it again next year, I'll try and see if I can budget and make it happen. I think that would be so cool. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I have been working on the wearable that you put up a tutorial for during premiere week, and it's coming out really good. Like really good. I shared some pictures on your Facebook group, in my Facebook group. You just came in. So this scarf I'm using is with Premier Yarns Serenity Chunky with this discontinued colorway. I got at Dollar Tree a long time ago, which is golden. And this is what it's working up as. Can you believe this is a ripple stitch? I could not when I started working it up. I am using a smaller than recommended hook, though. I'll go to that in a second. Pretty excited waiting for a yarn shipment. Oh, you bought 3 cones. Jess, did you get that really, really cheap cotton? More used to knitting stitches. I hear that. I know. Isn't that awesome for ripple stitch? I started working it up and I was like, what? It looks like I should be using way more yarn than I am, right? right? They're definitely doing it next year? My brain cogs are turning. Okay, put that aside. I'll worry about figuring that out later. That is awesome. So excited for you guys. Got a cone of thin lilac colored wool camel spandex that looks a lot like mohair. A buccal wool cone on off-white, and then a black basolin treated wool. May have been murdering that word. And a 2/8. That's cool. You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of a mill plate. Not they don't mill it there, but like a really like badonkadonk, like weird place near me called Peter Patchy's. Not near me, it's in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. That has a bunch of dead stock yarn and all this crazy stuff. It's like these big, huge boxes that you normally would put over a pallet. Um, and it's just literally like waist high or deeper of just cones of yarn and balls of yarn, and it's just nuts. I haven't been back there for a couple years. I think I should go there and do a video. But I have touched camel yarn. I have a whole bunch of rare fibers that I had gotten from oh, mm, probably gonna put those up as a lot for anybody that spins or something because they're just sitting here. I just wanted to feel them. It is a ripple stitch, I swear. They are planning it bigger and better next year. I don't know, it was pretty awesome this year from what I saw. Pretty awesome. Um, although maybe a little bit more time for the people that travel to it because I think it's like 4 hours or something at the meetup. That didn't dissuade me of why I wouldn't have gone. It just was uh, fiscally very expensive on such a short time frame. Oh, you've barely knit at all this month, but it's been a crochet party. Hey, who doesn't love a good crochet party? Um, oh, that yarn carries dead stock, as in like the company's name is that yarn, or it's like, hey, that yarn over there. Just to clarify. Vaseline is the equivalent of mercerized cotton. It isn't quite superwash, but soft like superwash. Interesting. So dead stock is this is a whole separate video conversation we can have, but just to put it very like in simple terms, dead stock is yarn that was created for something and it's kind of like extra. So think a lot of like the fashion industry and like rug producers and stuff. Um, like how t-shirt yarn came about because it was an offcut from making t-shirt material. When that was like pretty popular. I kind of wish they would bring that back. Um, so yeah, it's more eco-conscious to use it because it's not going in the landfill. That's really like I'm painting with very broad strokes there. As a forever West Coaster, I would love to spend more time on the East Coast. I've only been to Tibby. What's Tibby? And Florida. Well, I mean, Fibrat seems so much better. Well, it's all about, the grass is greener on the other side of the yard, right? Like, I mean, I'd love to. I mean, I love my New England culture, but it would be fun to go visit and see something different. Like, what's really great about the fiber art scene out on the West Coast? I mean, tell me something that really like is like this is like one of the top two things we're known for. You have 5 blankets on the go. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of blankets. The company's name is That Yarn. Oh, okay. Let me write that down because I'm gonna want to look. Oh, here's my hook. So what size does it say to use with this? Oh, I'm using the recommended hook size. I thought I was downsizing, using an 8 millimeter. This is the one of the hooks from Dollar Tree that I have a review coming up either this week or next week. Later today, I have the review for the new cotton yarn at Walmart, the Hello Hobby. That's going to come up probably at noon today after this live. If YouTube Studio will cooperate, because yesterday's video, it took like 6 hours to upload. That's why it came up so late. I have been trying since like 9 in the morning or earlier. You tried wet felting recently. I dyed some alpaca. It came out cool. Ooh, what did you wet felt? I'd love to see a photo of that, Sam. You finally finished putting together squares that are easily 6 years old. Doesn't that feel awesome though? Like they're not just squares in a bag anymore. They are created. They are something more than some of their. They are more. The some of their parts is something more or whatever. You were delusional and decided to make the Lady Diana sheep sweater. It's a vintage pattern. It doesn't even tell you how to put the pieces together. I know the sweater you're talking about. How's that going? Are you learning a lot through failure? Tybee Island. Where is that? Is that near Florida? Yeah, I did love t-shirt yarn. They made amazing rugs. I have two that I had made. You have an unfortunate habit of starting and not finishing for a long time. Whips, 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 whips. You can't think of anything exciting. I have an alpaca farm about 30 minutes north of us. That's cool. Wet felting would be a sensory no-no. How about needle felting? Does it feel good to like, well, number one, don't stab your own thumb, but maybe to just go repetitively? Oh, I'm sure it's so beautiful to work with. You're gonna finish the border? Finish the border and don't move on to something else. That's like the just minuscule amount of time compared to what else you've done. You made flowers. I need to try hats. Hmm. Check out Bev Dittmer's channel. Beverly, I can't remember exactly what her channel is called. Um, she does like artistic wet felting, but she has a make along for a bag that could probably help you. I'll see if I can remember to link that too. Hold on. Where's my pen? And we'll get started on sales. I don't know where my pen went. Whoops. Oh, it's just north of Florida and Georgia, south of Hilton Head. Okay. Yeah, right. Needle felting could be fun. You know what? I'm sure somewhere near you there's a class on that too if you just want to learn it socially or whatever. A scrap yarn blanket with the modified granny pattern. Nice, Lisa. You want to figure out embroidery first. Oh, yeah, there's always time to pick up more fiber crafts. Oh, yeah, that's true. Vintage patterns were not size inclusive. Yup. Oh, yeah. They're like, everybody does this. Zing, million miles an hour. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. I have. Here's my bookshelf. Sorry for the mess. Over. Ah, over. Oh, over. Nope. Over there. Weather forecaster. These big things. I can't. Th- These big things are very, very, very old magazines. And then this shelf here is crochet stuff that is mostly not vintage. A lot of that is from Dollar Tree and thrifted. And then over here is other crafts besides crochet and yarn. That's vintage crochet. Up there is vintage crochet. And then over on this side is yarn dyeing. A lot of like natural dyeing, which I've only dabbled in a tiny bit. And then I have books other places too. I love me some vintage craft books. And even some new craft books sometimes. Jen just watched my thrift video, and all I want to do is drive 3 hours to Savers now. You went to a craft reuse store when you were on your trip. I mean, that's got to be more fun than Savers. I don't have any ones like that near me that do fill a bag. I'm jealous every time I hear you say that. I have one in Rhode Island that's by the pound, and then sometimes they have special sales where it's like, "Hey, yarn crafters, we're opening up our back room just for yarn crafters to come and shop from a whole lot more that's there," which is really cool. But the fill a bag is pretty awesome. I do love looking at all the vintage goodies, especially the vintage labels. Um, just makes me feel very like intrigued, right? Mm. Yeah, they weren't size inclusive at all. I mean, at least with crochet, it's a little less. You can figure out the repeats. I don't know. I don't knit though, so I'm not sure. Commissions. Yeah, the vintage patterns are a special. Um, if you knit, check out Engineering Knits. She does a lot with vintage knit stuff. And then Just Vintage Crochet is a really amazing channel. She does vintage crochet patterns. She even does like I can't remember who it is, one of her relatives, like gives her a pattern to do and doesn't tells her when it's from, but doesn't tell her what it is, and she kind of has to work it up and figure it out. Hard to live in the middle of nowhere with no car. Makes getting yarn harder. I hear that. I wish there were more creative reuse stores that they have online ordering possibilities. I'm going to talk about one today, though. Size inclusivity language wouldn't have been included even until the last 20 years. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true for a lot of things. Yeah, people did know how to do the math and adjust. That's completely true. There's fill a bag sale this week in Richmond. If you're near Virginia, that sounds like a good way to stretch a craft dollar. Well, that place is by the pound, and then the place I talked about, Peter Patchy's, that's the dead stock, like mill, like bizarre, like but really cool place. They're also by the pound, but you have to understand that a lot of those are on cones. They have a scale. You literally can walk up and weigh the stuff and figure out the math. And like when I say scale, I mean like um it's just the whole setup is odd. I can link down below later my shop with me about that. Is one of my first ones. It's not great. I need to go back and do the store better justice. I think I've done like almost 500 at this point. For vintage patterns that don't extend to the size you want, count the stitches in rows in an inch, then multiply that by the measurement you need. We'll need to do this in multiple locations. Oh, that's a really great way to think about that, Jess. Vintage crochet is here in the Arizona, California, Nevada area. Watching her work through those patterns is fun. Yes, she's a very, very interesting corner of the crochet community. Engineering Knits is great. I don't knit, but I watch it because of the vintage content. Yup. Cones. Do you know the yarn weight? I do have a video where I go through how to read cone labels. That's a much more deeper conversation. Because sometimes they were used, so it may not be the correct thing. You think yours is $6 a pound for yarn except fancies. Yeah. Jerry, morning, Jen. Just finished your Premiere Week bag from Stash. Thank you. You did so much math in the olden days. Oh, heck, I still do math. Oh, I hear that. To work easy with the cones of yarn, I bought an electric skein winder and an electric cake winder. So I could easily buy the cone. Oh, you dye it. Otherwise, I have one of those like little spindle things and I just pop the cone on top of it. No problem. She is a great channel, Jess. Haven't seen a video from Claude lately. Yeah. Okay. Some sales going on this week. Just gonna sit here with my not popcorn stitch. John, I don't know if you were here. This is Ripple Stitch. Can you believe that? Oh yeah, I just use a wraps per inch ruler, like a ruler that I put elastic bands on. Any ruler that's not transparent works well for that. Oh, okay. You have a problem figuring out numbers, and that stinks. No stress. You're behind on channels. No, it's fine. Everybody has real life stuff too. Okay, let's talk about some sales. As always, I have the deets. I'm probably not gonna get to all this, but we're gonna see. Like, I'm gonna talk about. Oh, sorry, just fell off my shoulder. Talk about some of the stuff. Let's have a little bit more coffee. Okay, here we go. Ollie's just got the new flyer. They still have in there Hill Folk kits for $2.99. I have showed those on my channel before. They have felting, all different kind of fiber arts for $2.99 each. And then they now also have Faber-Castell. They normally do like pencils and stuff. Earring kits for $2.99. So if you have an Ollie's near you, check that out. And don't forget the book department. Don't sleep on that because they usually have craft books, sometimes really cool craft books. Michael's, I have a 15% off your entire order coupon and sale items in store. I don't know the last time that I've gotten that. Also a 25% off one regularly priced item in store. I checked and it doesn't look like the Karen cakes are on sale this week. But that's a thought. I think it expires in like a week. Next week at some point. Other stuff at Michael's. I'm still waiting for any Michael's near me to get yarn in. Because I want to get the two new Karen cakes, the toffee cake and the sugar cake, to review for you guys. Yeah, and I just want to get a hold of those. Have you guys seen the new yarn where you guys are? Let me know. If you have picked up the Blossom cupcake, I do have a really extensive review of that on the channel. Fun fact, it's actually my most viewed yarn review ever. We're approaching like, I don't know, 15,000 views or something like that. You can check that out. I'll try and remember to link that. I'm kind of bad at that though. Dollar General is having a 50% extra off their clearance sale from 8/28 to 9/3. So that's Friday to Thursday. And that there's all these different categories when you go to Dollar General. I'm not going to get into the weeds of that, but one of the things that they're including is Blue Star toys. So if you go to the toys and you see a little blue star on the label, those are the ones that are included for an extra 50% off. If you have thinking about holiday shopping or donations, that might be a good place to look. What are you doing? Why are you playing with a hair elastic? That's normally Phibius's thing. Hey, 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 hey! Hold on, she's gonna eat this and I don't need a vet bill. Give me the thing. What the hell are you doing? Absolutely not, friend. You're not eating that. Don't look at me like I'm the bad person. What? You've been learning tricks from your brother? What is going on? Sorry, cat emergency. Yeah. Right? She's just, I'm going to get through some of these sales and then I'll come back and check the chat. So yeah, half off extra on clearance. And then they also have some buy one, get one. BOGO on notebooks and journals. Good for getting back to school. Select canning if you guys are into that. And Dolly Parton, rest in peace. She has a whole line of items right now at Dollar General. And the yellow clover stuff is buy one, get one. I haven't been in there to look at it. And this came out before she passed. I don't know. Moving on to Mary Maxim. Until 8/27, they're having 25 to 50% off their Christmas crafts. So if you go on there and check it out. Yarn Inspirations still has the 35% off cotton and bamboo coupon. And check out their clearance page to see if they still have Karen cakes left. I put a whole video up about the clearance Karen cakes online for you guys to check out. Those were some of the best prices I've ever seen on Karen cakes that weren't like, go and run to a bunch of stores and see if they have it. Making it more accessible for a broader range of people. Okay. Premier Yarns. If you do happen to buy Premier Yarns, please hop over to Jennifer's channel and use her referral link. I am not an affiliate for any yarn companies, but I have been thinking about applying maybe for Premier. I do really love their company and motto, and their yarn is great. But that's neither here nor there. Bloom is 30% off all the different Bloom yarns. 20% off accessories, although they really don't have a lot of accessories on there. I'm surprised. Seems like a piece that they could expand on. Parfait Chunky and Basics Worsted is 25% off. That's all the different lines of that. If you go on the clearance page, Cotton Sprout Stripes are 25% off. Parfait XL Pom Pom in a 3-pack is 47% off. Karma, you get 3 skeins per bag, is $5, which is 67% off. What was that? Just went to Yarns. Go back. Peeps just went to Yarn Inspirations and has a screen announcement to sign up for early access to 40% off site-wide. What? Do you think they're going to raise their prices before they do that? Are they going to pull a Kohl's? Or a Michael's Home Decor? That's really good. That's really awesome. Thank you for sharing. I'm gonna have to check that out on Yarn Inspirations. What was I just reading? Oh, back to Premier Yarns. And the Universal Yarns Zesty Sock, which Universal Yarns is the bougie brand that's related. And I have a Zesty Sock back here for my surprise box. Do have a video of that on opening. If you would like to see unboxing, I should say, if you'd like to watch that. Yeah, so there's a problem with my tutorial arm. I didn't want to move it from upstairs because I had a plastic piece break off yesterday, and I didn't want to risk moving it since I'm in the middle of filming stuff. I might have to get a new one next week. That's why I'm holding on to my phone. So this is Zesty Sock by Universal Yarns. It is a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% polyamide, 437 yards or 400 meters of a super fine. And it is, it gives you, made in Turkey. And this is a sock yarn. This is so soft. I mean, it's got a little bit of toughness to it because it's a sock yarn, but look at how pretty. I need to go on and actually buy. Do you think for crochet socks I'd need 2 of these or one more of these? It's 437 yards. I've never made crochet socks yet. That's one of my goals for this year. I did haul a bunch of that Simply Socks sock yarn company stuff, but this is really, really nice. Back to my list. So that was Premier. That's the stuff on Premiere. And this is all as of like last night. I double checked my time. Not my time. My dates when I was going through this stuff. Hirschner's. I just got a new Hirschner's catalog, which I'll be going through and probably sharing with you guys next week. But they do have a sale for Bee Witchy. It is a self-striping Halloween yarn colorways, which is 269 yards for $4.99. It's back in stock on 9/4, and you get 3 of them for $13.47. Although, yeah, I don't know. Karen Sunkissed, which is new, I guess. They're saying it's new. Has anybody seen Karen Sunkissed before? It's 248 yards and comes in 11 colors, with 3 colors plied together from what I could see from the pictures. You just ordered so much Halloween yarn from them? Of course you did, because it's amazing. Did you get the new Hirschner's catalog yet? They have those neon yarns. Neons, they're on a pretty good discount, I think, right now. Like the black light sensitive. Can't wait to see what you make with the Halloween yarn. Super excited. I was hoping to get one of those cinnamon swirl cakes that had like the Halloween type colors, like the purple, gray, orange, or whatever it was, but the stores near me sold out already, which is a bummer. Hobby Lobby. So they have some 90% off sales right now. I just wanted to let you know of the broad categories. Back to school, like the teacher gift section. Stickers, transfers for like t-shirts, washi tape, recipe cards and lists, beads and jewelry. I have such a problem saying that word with my accent. Jewelry or whatever. And it includes the tiny, tiny section, or they usually only one on the floor or something, of the real silver stuff. So if you have like a issue with different metals, I'm sorry, it might be a good time to pick that up. Yeah, I agree. I don't generally the Hirschner's catalogs I hold on to because they do a good job of listing all the colors, which makes me very happy. And if you do painting at all, a ton of the lines of like fine art paintbrushes, the ones you buy singly, are on clearance. And then 75% off, they have some backpacks, like character backpacks, and also they have some off-brand Legos. If you have somebody who loves Legos, I saw some Hello Kitty stuff and a few other things. Listen, 50% off is good. I did get some crafts from Hobby Lobby recently for fall. You want me to show that stuff? I can. Let me get through the sales here first and then check up on the chat. I also did see at Michael's that they have what was that thing called? Hold on. Birthday cupcakes with the pom-pom on top. I don't know if you remember the cupcake yarn, they used to have the little pom-pom on top. They make cute hats. I got some of those when I initially first started crocheting. I don't think they're that great anymore. I did have a like not a FOMO, but like a regret that I didn't buy on my Savers shopping trip that I put up yesterday. There was a bag that had 2 of the little toppers with a panda bear on it, and I did not buy it, and it made me sad. Here's the one with a llama that I finished for one of the little girls, sibling in the troop, which I have to tighten up the llama head because it's a little bit janky right now, but this is what it looks like. And it was black, white, and gray with a panda head on top. Yeah, I was very sad about leaving that behind. Okay. Target is having a couple of freebies on the 29th. They have a make so use socks by Hanes. So you get some free socks and then you get some stuff to like personalize it. 9/26 is the big one though. It's the beauty studio, which happens I think twice a year. The first 100 guests are going to get $20 off a $40 purchase for beauty items. And they also have a beauty sample box. This was kind of nuts last year. So if you're doing that, like keep that in mind. Um, I had an experience at Dollar Tree I wanted to share. So my kids, like many, are into fidgets, and having worked with special needs kiddos and adults for so long, fidgets are a very, very awesome, useful tool. They have, I could not find a picture of this online. It was driving me nuts. They have these little boxes. They look like this, in a box at the register, and they're $1. One is a cube, one is a circle. I think they're supposed to look like those Neatos. Within 20 minutes, and my son is not rough on fidgets, nor is my daughter is extremely like I don't want to break this, very thoughtful, like very like careful with them. Within 20 minutes, my daughter's had busted and it was all over my car. And it was neon orange. Such a mess. And she has like really sensitive skin, like really sensitive skin. She broke out. It was so bad. So bad. And then as that's happening, I'm taking out the cube that has glitter and stuff, or I'm asking Steven to put it back in the package, and his busts and goes all over the place. So I have glitter all over the back of my car. And the front of my car, I'm going to have probably stains from the orange still on my carpet. To total pass, do not buy them. They are so awful. Um, that being said, they're normally at the register, so if you see those, just pass on by because they are so bad. I feel so bad. It took like days for her skin to clear up. She's extremely sensitive. It's not good. Um, and they came out of two different boxes, so it's not even like it was that one box that was bad. It was awful. Um, if you're into the Halloween stuff, they did have some cool stuff. Hey, Deneen, welcome in. Hello, hello. Nice to see you too. I was a big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in the day. Hey, Bella, welcome in. Um, they have Buffy the Vampire Slayer nail polish right now in black and pink, which I thought was hilarious. They also have Hocus Pocus, Wicked, or Harry Potter like lip care stuff. And they have Nightmare Before Christmas press-on nails, which I thought was hilarious. But if you're into that, and they also have some Nightmare Before Christmas like pot holders and stuff. One of me and my daughter's favorite movies of all time. That sounds terrible. Yeah, it was real bad. The experience was 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. And I've gotten fidget stuff from the Dollar Tree before and never been this bad. It was so awful. So awful. Let's see what else on here I missed. Hmm. Oh, Dollar Tree also has some new like privacy stickers that you can put up like on your bathroom window that still lets light in. I have some on the back of my or on the glass doors on my like over the toilet like storage thing. So you don't have to stare at my toilet paper and glass cleaning stuff and girl supplies, you know? But they're really pretty. They're in really pretty colors and they're over near the wall stickers. Not the little stickers, the wall stickers. And I thought those were really, really nice looking. And hmm, um, they have a nice little system on them that tells you how much light it lets through, which is really cool. I have not tried them yet, but I'm thinking of getting one and trying it in my downstairs bathroom. Because I live in a raised ranch and it's like, ooh, someone could walk by. I mean, it's in the back of my house, but still, I think it'd be pretty. You love the privacy clings. You've used those for so many years. Yeah, I thought those were really cool. All All right, let me go back and look at some chat, and then I'll talk about what's coming up on the channel this week. Where was I? Do, 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 do. Which one of those things that I talked about are you most excited about? I got the Hirschner's catalog yesterday, so maybe it just hasn't gotten to you yet, Jen. I'm assuming you normally get it. You know how they have the inside catalog that's like comes out like 4 times a year, and then they'll staple the specials on the outside. So it's all Halloween stuff, but I was bummed because it's none of the Halloween colored yarn, but if you go inside, there's a tiny bit of it that's on sale. Like I said, that striping yarn. Let's see, I think I'm almost there. Nope. Oh, one of the places that does online craft for use is called Swanson's Fabric, SWANSONS Fabrics, and they do fabric, obviously, and they also do yarn and a few other things. They are having I took a photo on my phone. I want to say it's 15% off site wide. I'll have to post it in the Facebook group afterwards. But they do a really good job of selling like curated sets of yarn, whether that's tiny bits. They also do sell unfinished works, which they have a interesting name for that is escaping me right now. If you live anywhere in near Weston, Massachusetts, I haven't been out yet, but it's on my bucket list to do, to go out there and check out their store, and they also do a lot of workshops there. I'm hoping that I can maybe do that when I go next time I go to the New England Fiber Festival. I gotta Google map that and see how far apart they are. But yeah, they're having a sale. Maybe I should do a video on them. Might do a video on that. Okay, I'm back to that conversation. 1 second. You have a math disorder called dyscalculia. Trouble figuring out numbers and patterns. Well, that stinks. Oh, yeah, they keep it at $9 for the clearance. Michael's does so long now. It's very irritating. Very irritating. Michael's also has a bunch of fabric on clearance. Like even character license fabric for half off at 2 of the stores I normally go to. I have a video I need to put up this week about that shop with me. Jerry, all I want for Christmas is to not have to scan labels at Michael's to confirm clearance prices. Yeah, I know. Isn't that just like the most annoying thing ever? Michael's here in Canada is way too expensive. Does Michael's in Canada sell yarn that's not available here in the US? Crafty Chats is also in this Dyscalculia Club. Ginger, my Michael's has the new anniversary cakes and the sugar and marshmallow. No toffee. Eh. That's awesome. Just the anniversary cakes, and they do feel different than previous years, like slicker. Interesting. Oh, you got scanners back? You lucky, lucky person. Oops. Dyscalculia, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, is like a reading disorder, only it's math problems. Well, that sucks. You had a cat that ate the little rubber ends off the door stoppers. Ooh, that sounds expensive to fix. Like as in the cat. Went to Bath and Body Works yesterday and their Star Wars merch was half off. Ooh, do they have a sale on the Halloween stuff? Jerry, not my store, but I ended up doing community service for other shoppers. Yeah, right? The Karen cakes were a good thing. You think I should apply for the affiliate program? Oh, Mushroom House Embroidery. using some alternatives to embroidery thread like sock yarn, regular fine cotton yarns, etc. Ooh, Jess, I can't wait to look at that after the live. That's exciting. I assumed it was a Facebook group. Oh, no, I understand that. 100%. Do you live at all near Wisconsin? Isn't that where the Hirschner's is? I know they do have like, don't they have like, they're not tent sales, but like backroom sales or whatever a couple times a year? I don't know if that's close to where you are in Canada. Oop, no. Let's see, probably. You'd get 2 to be safe of the sock yarn. I hear that. Probably be able to get a pair of shorty socks out of 1 skein of Zeste, 2 skeins if you want tall socks and have over a 10-inch long foot. Well, there's the rub. I have a size 11 women's foot, so maybe I should just get 2 more. Karen's Sun's Kissed is cool. It has a nice mottled effect. Bought some green for the leaves in my corn slippers. Corn slippers? As in like cob of corn? I'm pretty sure most folks can have a math disability. True. You haven't gotten the catalog yet. Sunkissed has been out for just a few months, I believe. Oh, Sunkissed looks country feeling, orange for pumpkins. Yeah, I did think that when I looked at it. Coconut is a nice neutral that isn't just one flat color. Ooh, that's a really good point. Mm. Jerry says, can't wait to see what you make, Jen. Appreciate you ladies so much. Sorry to babble and go. Adult offspring is fetching for a bookstore date. Feeling blessed. Oh, I'm sure you're going away already, but have a lovely day. A bookstore date is amazing. There's a new independent, well, not new, but I haven't made it over yet to the independent bookstore in town. Really need to go over there with Skylar at least. She's a book lover like me. Steven likes books, but he's very particular right now on what he's reading. Skylar will branch out. Oops. You have a cart full at Hirschner's right now with all the varieties of the new B line of yarns, but I'm waiting until Labor Day to see if they throw out a free shipping code. I also wanted to get some of that B line and check it out. Not as in BEE, as in BE. I thought those were new. It makes your brain hurt. It's too overwhelming. I'm sorry, Christy. Ireland has a sad lack of yarn catalogs. That's sad. I made an order with 1 cotton mill end pack, 1 cotton gradient mill end pack, and 3 $1 chenilles. They only sent the chenille. Did they tell you before the order came? That is sad. Wah wah, sad trombone. I missed you too, Deneen. Oh, Ginger, you love Buffy too? Big fan. You think Dolly Production Company produced Buffy? I'll have to look into that one. Did Hirschner's give you a back order date? They're usually good about that. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm getting near the end of the chat. Got a lot of finish yarn a while back from them. Sounds woolly. Hello for the love of reading. 1983. What's up? Hey, Be Creative Crafts. Good morning, Kim and chat. I haven't been to Michael's to check out the new anniversary cakes, but I do have a premiere order coming today. Oh, that's awesome. You'll love some squishy yarn mail. Jess lives 2 hours from Hirschner's. Have you been down there before? Ad. YouTube. I'm glad you like my mug. It's one of my favorites. Their summer sale and fall warehouse sales are usually pretty good, talking about Hirschner's. However, the best deals are actually online about 2 weeks before the warehouse sales, usually lower and free shipping. Jess, what time normally is the fall sales? Normally. And I just took a screenshot of that so I can remember for later. Yes, corn slippers? As in they look like corn. I'll post my prototype on Facebook as well. I posted it over on Ginger's School Zone. Well, chunky yarn with a ripple stitch could work. Kind of looks like corn. It was actually cotton. Swanson's had a good sale. Oh, awesome, Bella. You really like Expression Arts Yarn Company in North Carolina? Yarn Inspirations code Celebrate You 40% off. Hold on. Is Celebrate You the code or is it Celebrate You 40% off? Including clearance? What? Well, that's where I'll be going later today. If you guys don't sell them out ahead of time. Jess's corn slippers are awesome. Can't wait for the tutorial. That sounds cool. Usually in October. I'll have to keep my eye out for that. I might have to go out to Michael's to see if there are any managers who've gone rogue and marked it down below 9. It's going to be 110 degrees today. Oh boy. Hopefully it cools off soon. They do give beautiful patents every Friday. Last week was a pencil pouch that's shaped like a pencil. Make a great teacher gift. And I always share those. They're interesting. They also go beyond just crochet and knit patterns to different crafts. I think a couple weeks ago was cross stitch. Yeah, run to Yarn Inspirations. Yep. The code is Celebrate You. CELEBRATEU. You pass Expression Fiber Arts Dye Studio all the time. I still haven't purchased from them. Hello, Mary. Welcome in. Hello, Dolly. 115 here in Sicily. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Works on the clearance. That's amazing. To go there after. I need to put my glasses on and I need to have some more coffee. I checked the BBW app. What's the BBW? They do have buy 3 get 3 for the whole store. What is the BBW app? Peeps Arizona. The code works on clearance. I can confirm. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Bath and Body Works. My goodness gracious. The Halloween is buy 3 get 3 free or something else? Wait a minute. Oh, I think what I'm going to do is next week I'll talk about the Hirschner's catalog because I didn't have time to look through it fully. But I'll show you guys the first 2 pages that have the Halloween stuff. Like, how to explain this? Hold on. That's last week. I didn't write in here for this week because I was doing that. Okay. So what I'm talking about is when the Hirschner's catalog comes, and if you guys have not ordered from Hirschner's, that you can just go online and request a catalog. What they do is they have their normal seasonal catalog. See, this is their fall catalog. I don't know why they have flamingos on their fall catalog, but they do. Kind of interesting. And then what they do is they staple a sheet on the outside, and that is based on whatever is the current like flash sale or something. So they have Halloween on the outside. Um, but it's like kits and stuff. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit of that. I mean, the cats in the Halloween costumes is so cute, right? What kind of craft is that though? That is a diamond painting kit. It's cute. I kind of like this latch hook. I've never done latch hook though. What do we got on the inside? We have some, what is that? Felt kit. So those houses are made with felt. It's impossible for me to read that upside down. Those are jigsaw puzzles, and then they have layered pre-cut pieces of cardboard to create a work of art. I've forgotten those before. I've never seen those before. That's interesting. Frankenstein. That's a latch hook pillow. Jen, if you're still here, check that out. You done latch hooking? That looks pretty cool. Finished size 18 by 21 inches. Looks like that wouldn't take a fortnight. That is cool. Lit stained glass windows make this 111-piece Gothic cathedral a miniature sanctuary. Look how cool that is. Is that not totally cool? All right. And then we're going to go to the back page, and I'm going to be careful that I don't show my freaking address because I am bad about that sometimes. So, this is the inside back page. This has something that is interesting on it. Well, a lot of the stuff is interesting, but we have these cute gnome guys, which is felt. That's a puzzle. We have these bead kits that are spiders. Okay, they have these what do I call it? Coloring tablecloths for a bunch of different holidays. It's a white paper tablecloth with themed line art. I have gotten similar things to this. Dude, your future self will love you. Get a plastic tablecloth from Dollar Tree to put under this. Otherwise, it's going to color on the table. Oh, yeah, Frankenstein, Jen. I was like, oh my goodness. I'll show it again. Hang tight. Where is it? Because the markers will bleed through. And that's the last thing you want on your table. Right? I think that that's really cool. It's not like a modernized Frankenstein. Are the kittens any better as they get older? Better how? They don't scale my curtains anymore. That's better. Like most cat owners, I have one that generally is a pretty princess, and I have one that is a demon that loves to eat everything. He's not a demon. I could have worse cats, but he loves to eat everything. What else have we got over here? We've got sequin banners, which means you sew the sequins on some little diamond painting ornament kits. Hey Charlotte, what welcome. And then special finds beyond crafting. They have a game on here called Boopoly. If you knit, they actually have a knitting board game on there that I just don't knit. But go check that out. That could be an interesting gift for a knitter. And now the back page, without showing my business. So we have got a, what is that? Miniature haunted house with a jigsaw puzzle. So that's like the foam, like jigsaw pieces. Crystal puzzles, which my daughter has tried and I have tried and I just can't. My brain cannot wrap around how to do that. If you can do crystal puzzles, you are an amazing person because I cannot. These are cute. These are felt, little felt spiders, and then a spider tree skirt. Um, and then if you didn't know, Hirschner's has a bunch of, and I'm going to fold my page here so we don't get an accidental showing of my address. Hirschner's has these really awesome high-end ornaments that you can make. They even have an Ornament of the Month Club, I believe. And this is a really pretty one for Halloween. I mean, you don't have to just put it up for Halloween. It can go up on your regular tree too. But look at that. Oh, oh, there we go. Look how pretty that is that you make. So that one is $19.99 for the kit. It's sequins and beaded. Includes satin covered ornament forms, sequins, beads, pins, and embellishments shown. Oh, you get 3. Keep one for yourself, give 2 away. Excuse me, this is reading very Bumblebee though, with the colors. Especially swapped out those orange beads for like gold beads. Could be a cool Christmas gift for someone who's into raising bees or whatever, being a beekeeper. Okay. Let's go back and see what I just missed in the chat. We'll go through more of that next week. Haven't had a chance to go through the whole thing. Who was I back here? Bath and Body Works. You're crocheting a cat and it's turning out way bigger than you thought. Oh, you know what's good about cats? If you don't have enough yarn, sometimes they're multicolored. Usually try to catch the bag deals with free shipping on Memorial Day weekend. Oh, okay. Really like Shandy from Expression Fiber Arts. She is super nice. You've been thinking of me a lot lately? Thank you, Janine. My son adopted 2 ginger colored kittens. Ginger cats are kind of nutty, right? They think they are dogs and I love to travel in the kennel. We have to kitty sit some days. They are crazy. How tiny are they? So the cats are getting a little bit crazier about that. They still bring me yarn outside my door at night. They brought up a Karen cake the other day, which is heavy if you think about it. And then earlier this week, they brought me some cone yarn, which how the hell do you even get that upstairs? Like, it was not small. I half wonder if they work together on these projects in the middle of the night with how they get it up near my door. There was a trunk show for Expression Fiber Arts in Charlotte. Rather shop in person if possible. Exactly, it is silly to pay shipping when you pass the regular place. He is adorable, Jen, I agree. Waiting for your catalog too. I did read the message, Janine. Thank you. Sorry, I'm gonna side quest. You have a cat that's like that too? You have a cat that's the personification of Scaredy Cat from your in-laws. Aw. You've made some of those ornaments. And they look so neat on the tree. We still have some kit-made ornaments my mom made in the early 70s. I did think that might be cool just to do with the kids. My 14-year-old dog, says Deneen, Willie, didn't like them at first, but now he's excited to play with them. But is ready for them to leave about 3 hours later. Yeah, because he's ready to crash and take a forever nap, right? Like all the rest of the day. Bye, Bella. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. You have 2 cats? Deneen, what are their names? We have a cat that would bring out one of the kids' small stuffies out of the living room every morning, and really the same one. Miss that kitty, so much personality. I hear that. All right, I'm going to wrap up in about 10 minutes here, guys, because I have to get off and see if there's any more yarn on your inspirations for 40% off, or all of my lovely watchers have bought them out. Jen, if you're still here, did they restock that cotton yarn on the Yarn Inspirations website yet? The cotton basics that you had said sold out? I know there's a lot of people looking to get that. All right, what has happened last week on the channel and what's coming up this week? So I have a brand new Savers shop with me from my Thrifty Thursday. If you're into that, check out my Thrifty Thursday playlist. Um, Today after this live, I already uploaded it. I just have to put it to public. The yarn review for the new cotton yarn, the Hello Hobby. I have no idea. Let me check. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate you. Um, so the Hello Hobby yarn, that is going up today. Next week, I'm going to be putting up the Hello Hobby hook review. So they had the aluminum hooks and the ergonomic. I didn't get the steel hook because I don't generally do thread crochet, and it would not be a very good review on my end. I also have a review going up for, and this might be the following week, the Dollar Tree hooks and the Teddy yarn from Dollar Tree. I have very, very strong feelings about it. And very strong feelings about it. Hi, Karen. Welcome in. 7 colors available. I know they ordered more. And that's for the basics cotton, right? Jen, am I saying that word right? So they did get some back in. That's good. I hope that they come out with some variegated of that or some self-striping. I really think it looks great. Yes. Awesome. Thanks. If you do order from Premier, make sure you use Jen Cinnamon Stitches link. It's an affiliate link. Helps her with her channel. And just in life in general. She is Mrs. Premier. Not really, but she's definitely the name I think of when I think of Premier Yarns. So I'm gonna have a hook review for the Dollar Tree hooks and then also for the Teddy yarn. I do have a full hook review playlist and yarn review playlist you can check out on my channel. I also have, what else did I film for this week? I don't recall. Oh, I have a pretty fun thing I found online that never knew existed that I can't wait to try. Um Craft thing that I can't wait to show you guys on Thursday. I'm going to go upstairs and actually try it. And now that I have the kids back at school, I'm able to film more upstairs because the kitchen is a no bueno filming zone when the kids are home. There's no way. It's in the middle of the entire house is chaos. You know what I mean? If you have kids. Um, I am able to get them at this age to go, don't come down this end of the hallway. Mom's filming in the yarn room. But to not be upstairs or use the kitchen or whatever is not happening. So I'll be able to try out some of those fun vintage yarn and craft stuff that I've been hauling. I can't wait to try some of that. They're named Cheeto and Dorito. He renamed them those boys' names from Trailer Park Boy. Oh, come on. Those are great cat names. What is wrong with you people? I'm just so glad you're back. I missed you so much. You make the best videos. Thanks, Jen. Happy tears. I appreciate you so much. I really do appreciate you. Oh, thanks, Deneen. Deneen just dropped Jen's referral link. Thank you. I appreciate you. Her referral link for Premier Yarns. I'm glad I'm back too, not to get too deep into it, but I needed to take a break and work on my mental health, my relationship with my husband and putting family uh prominently above some other stuff in my life. And we did go to couples counseling for a couple years, and that did help with ironing out some of the problem points. But as a married couple, it's always got wrinkles, but it's definitely not like canyons like it used to be. And working on myself and learning, one of the most important things for me was learning how to be more conscious of how I'm spending my time and energy, because I was getting very burnt out. Coming back to YouTube, like some of the most important stuff that I've implemented to make myself be healthier mentally and physically. Because I was making myself sick with how many hours I was doing on the channel. I am doing more consciously, like, okay, today is my travel day and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do my shop with me's. Because I was going out like way too much. And plus the price of gas, like I can't be doing that anymore. It's just too much, too expensive. So while I'm going out to like the supermarket for the house, I'll also stop like at three other places the same day. Or while I'm at work with my in-home client, he loves to go to thrift stores. So I'll just be like, all right, Tuesday is our day to go to a thrift store if you want. And that'll be my day to film in a thrift store if there's stuff. Being conscious of like having more of a schedule as far as like what I'm filming and when I'm filming. Like yesterday I was upstairs filming at my kitchen table and I filmed at my island and I filmed, how many videos did I film yesterday? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. 2 yarn reviews, 2 hook reviews, 1 hook side by side review, and a another hook review. So just trying to be really cognizant of what is going on, how much time I'm putting into it, and also like the really other big factor is the kids are bigger. 3 years have gone by. Um, so there's definitely I did get my hours, so I appreciate everybody. Thank you for helping me get back to monetized. I know all about needing to fix all those things. Yep. Mhm. Yep. Thinking about me first is all fine and dandy, but I also needed to readjust just generally what was going on in my life. I also realized I was spending way too much time at home, um, and wasn't getting out of the house, and that was helping me feel very, very, very isolated, um, and stir crazy. So I did go back and start working with my in-home client again, just a couple days a week to make me feel like I'm getting out of the house. And he's also just a great guy. He's a guy now. I started working with him 17 years ago. Um, he's just got a great personality and is just a very positive person in my life. Jen, just keep balance. It's been my biggest hurdle. I'm currently sick because I pushed myself too hard, so I know exactly what you're saying. Mm, I hear that, Jen. But you did just have a major travel like thing, and you went a lot of new places and saw a lot of new people, so that probably has something to do with you getting a bug. Just saying. Just side note about hours. Yes, the watcher hour requirements are doubling as of February 1st, 2027. So like I said on my last live, if you have a channel and you are looking to get monetized before then and you need watch hours, um, I need to put a post up in my Facebook group, but comment on the video after it is up, like after you can comment under the video, it's not live anymore. And, I want to support my yarn community and I'm going to be running some playlists in the background. And also, if you can put the videos that you have at least in one playlist, that's all your videos, that's going to help you to get monetized faster, especially if people start doing this. Because there was somebody else who commented last week. I can't remember who off the top of my head. And I went to her channel and I ran some videos, but she had no playlist. So it was just going to random stuff afterwards. So at minimum, create some playlists on your channel. If you don't have time for that, just put all of them in one playlist. Really helps. What was that, Ginger? Absolutely take care of yourself first and everything else will follow and your family. I'm so happy you're back. Thanks, Yarny Bestie. Oh, I didn't even talk about that. So yeah, Deneen and everybody else, I have decided that my live time will be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Apparently I'm doing like 2 hours today, which is fine. That's probably going to be the longest time on. I had quite a bit to talk about today. Yeah, so Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Jen, I hope you feel better soon. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm done doing this about certain things. I've had a recent mental adjustment on that theme as well. Yeah. Jen, you were on a huge high. Well, yeah, I would assume so. Okay, on that note, I'm going to wrap up this live. Again, my live time is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. I really appreciate everybody for stopping in. Let me know if you grab some of those sales. And I'm definitely going to be checking out the Your Inspirations 40% off sale after I get off this live. You're welcome, peeps. It forces me to sit down and crochet. I don't know. Do you need to be forced? Or just it forces you to have a block of time to crochet? Jess is going to try to get monetized before February. Do you have, Jess, you can drop a post into my Facebook group. See you around too. Everybody have a wonderful weekend and a creative day. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next week at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel live, or you can check out my videos during the week. And have a creative day, everyone. Bye-bye.